Chosen one, God is speaking to you right this second. This is not a message to ignore or scroll past. God Himself is commanding you to accept a sacred wealth contract written just for you that will unlock blessings and abundance like you've never seen before. This is a divine appointment, a moment that will never come again if you let it slip. God is saying, I want you wealthy. I have prepared riches for you, but you must accept it now. Hesitation is loss. Delay is denial. If you don't accept this wealth contract today, you are closing the door on your destiny. The universe is shifting, and this opportunity is here right now. But it won't wait for you. Time is running out. This is a spiritual and financial awakening that will catapult you from scarcity to unstoppable abundance. The very blessings you've been begging for are ready to manifest, but only if you say yes. Stop everything. Pause this video and do these 3 urgent things. Hit that like button. Lock in your commitment. Subscribe so this message reaches 80,000 chosen ones ready for breakthrough. Drop the number 99 in the comments. This sacred number sends a powerful signal to the heavens to release your blessings. God is waiting. God is calling. And only those who accept will walk into a future of wealth and favor. Will you accept? Will you receive? Your destiny is calling. Don't turn away. Let's claim your wealth contract right now. You've carried the weight for long enough. The pressure of unpaid bills, the silent shame of mounting debt, the anxiety that grips your heart every time you open your banking app or answer a phone call from an unknown number. God has seen it all. And now He's saying, it ends here. He's not ignoring the weight you've been under. He's confronting it with divine authority. Heaven has declared your name. And the first order of this divine wealth contract is debt cancellation, not just in the physical, but also in the spiritual. Debt doesn't only affect your wallet, it affects your worship. It cripples your confidence, clouds your clarity, and suffocates your sense of calling. But when God cancels something, He cancels it completely. No lingering balances, no spiritual interest fees. God is not just giving you relief. He's granting you release. You are stepping out of the prison of lack into the promise of liberty. What was once impossible is now inevitable, because heaven has signed the order. And understand this isn't a transaction, it's a covenant, a divine contract, a supernatural document sealed by the blood of Jesus and written in the ink of God's favor. You're not begging for mercy, you're receiving inheritance. Every dollar you owed, every ounce of pressure, it's being buried under the weight of divine provision. This is your first step into abundance. Your debt is done. Let's be real. You've looked at your life and seen empty. Bank account, zero. Hope, fading. Vision, blurred. But let me tell you the greatest secret heaven ever whispered. God builds His biggest blessings from the barest beginnings. The world sees zero as a failure. God sees zero as foundation. You are being stripped not to be shamed, but to be structured for greatness. Being broke didn't break you, it birthed you. The grind didn't destroy you, it developed you. You're not poor, you're prepared. The rejection, the delays, the losses, they didn't reduce your value. They revealed your resilience. And now God says, since you've been faithful with nothing, I can trust you with everything. You're about to rise, not on credit, but on covenant. God is rebuilding you from the ashes into abundance. What's coming is not just a financial turnaround, it's a full system reboot. God is resetting your life, your habits, your thinking, your income streams, your connections. He's laying new foundations, not just for cash flow, but for kingdom flow. You are being repositioned as the lender, not the borrower. You're going from broke to blessed, and your story is becoming a divine strategy. You've survived seasons where scarcity was your only reality. You've mastered how to stretch coins, how to fake strength, how to pretend peace when inside you were drowning in stress. But I have good news for your soul. That era is over. Poverty is not your portion. Scarcity is not your signature. Lack has been evicted, and heaven has issued your wealth license. When God ends a thing, He doesn't just pause it, He erases it. The curse of not enough is being broken over your life and your bloodline. What held your parents and your grandparents captive will not follow you. This isn't just about your wallet, it's about your legacy. Lack was never your inheritance. Abundance is your birthright. You are not a struggler. You are a steward of supernatural supply. Doors that were closed due to limited funds are now opening under divine favor. God is giving you access to what you couldn't buy, qualify for, or even imagine. You are moving from survival mode to sovereign mode. Unlimited doesn't mean reckless. It means relentless provision. Every time you thought you'd run out, God will fill again. Welcome to your new normal. Overflow. What if I told you your bank account is about to become a spiritual witness? That it's about to testify of God's goodness, God's glory, and God's generosity? Because what's coming to you won't make logical sense. It will make supernatural impact. Divine deposits are being released into your hands, not because you earned them, but because you're entrusted. Get ready for financial miracles, unexpected checks, surprise settlements, anonymous blessings, business breakthroughs, not because you manipulated it, but because God mandated it. Your obedience unlocked the portal, and now heaven is funding your future. The numbers on your statement will no longer make you weep in frustration. They'll make you praise in wonder. God is using money as a message, and that message is clear. I see you. I favor you. I fund you. Money will no longer be your master. It will be your ministry tool. Your account will preach louder than any sermon. It will say to the world, this is what happens when God signs the contract. Buckle up. Supernatural finance is flowing your way. God is not just a provider. He is a restorer. And right now, heaven is moving to pay you back. Every time you cried in silence, while others laughed, every opportunity that was stolen, every dollar you lost, every door slammed in your face, God says, I owe you restoration. He doesn't just return what you lost, He multiplies it. What the enemy meant for evil, God is flipping for profit. The time you thought was wasted, He's turning it into wisdom. The relationships that betrayed you, they were just clearing space for divine partnerships. The money that disappeared, God is not only replenishing it, He's bringing it back with interest and increase. You've been faithful, and now the harvest is inevitable. The debt others created for you is being turned into a divine dividend. God keeps perfect records, and He always settles accounts. You're not walking into a season of compensation. You're stepping into a season of overflow restitution. Get ready. The comeback is bigger than the loss. For years, you've walked through rooms unnoticed, built dreams in silence, and worked while others watched you struggle. You've cried in bathrooms, encouraged others while no one saw your own exhaustion, and wondered if your gifts would ever make room for you. But here's what God says now. Your invisible season has expired. He's pulling you out of obscurity and launching you into visibility. Not for attention, but for assignment. God is the master of divine timing. He allows seasons of hiddenness not to punish you, but to prepare you. He had to hide you while your roots were growing deep, so your fruit could last. And now, every seed you've planted in private is about to burst into harvest in public. You're not just being seen, you're being recognized. You're not chasing opportunity. Opportunity is chasing you. This isn't just elevation, it's divine activation. The world is about to witness your wealth as a testimony of the God who lifts the humble and exalts the faithful. Business doors are opening. Clients are finding you. Investors are calling. Streams of income are multiplying. You're going from invisible to unstoppable. And your name is being whispered in rooms you haven't even walked into yet. Get ready, the stage has been set. This wealth contract isn't just about money, it's about territory. God is not just blessing your wallet, He's expanding your land. Ownership is your portion. Property is your promise. Generational legacy is your inheritance. You are being positioned not just to possess finances, but to possess the land. You've rented long enough, watched others hold keys to buildings, deeds to land, and titles to legacy, while you only held dreams. But God is changing the script. He's making you the head, and not the tail. He's putting your name on titles, on legal documents, on the walls of places you never imagined owning. Real estate miracles are being written into your story. The land is yours. Go take it. This isn't just about blessing you. It's about blessing your bloodline. Your children's children will walk on the land you own. They'll build on foundations you laid. You're not just moving into a new house. You're moving into a new dimension of dominion. God didn't bring you this far to lease. He brought you to lead. This contract includes land, legacy, and limitless living. Claim it. You're not walking into this season alone. Heaven has assigned supernatural investors to your destiny. Angels are being deployed to back your business, accelerate your assignments, and dismantle the delays. These are not ordinary moments you're stepping into. This is a supernatural rollout backed by divine force. God funds what He favors. And because you are chosen, heaven's resources are now flowing in your direction. But this goes beyond financial favor. You're being surrounded by angelic intelligence, spiritual advisors, divine protectors, and heavenly connectors. The help you need isn't just human, it's heaven sent. Expect unusual endorsements. Expect moments that defy logic. Expect to walk into meetings where people say, "I don't know why I'm doing this, but something is telling me to help you." That's not luck. That's divine alignment. That's the investor angels moving on your behalf. You're not alone in the boardroom. You're not alone on the battlefield. God has sent backup, and it's powerful. Gone are the days of brilliant ideas dying in notebooks. The dreams you've had, those million-dollar business plans, those brand concepts, those innovations, they're being funded now. God is not asking you to beg for backing. He's assigning wealth to your purpose. You are not meant to just survive financially. You are meant to build and bankroll movements. This is your time to step into entrepreneurship, brand identity, intellectual property, scalable income, and multiple revenue streams. What once felt too big is now exactly what God is empowering you to do. You've got heavenly capital. Your purpose has a budget, and heaven just approved it. Resources are being directed toward your business. Collaborators are being drawn toward your brand. Creative downloads are coming with clear, practical strategy. You're not chasing funding anymore. You are the funding. God is turning you into a financial system. Let this truth sink in deep. You will not toil to be wealthy. You will not burn out to be blessed. God's favor is not earned through exhaustion. It's released through alignment. You are entering a season where favor will do the heavy lifting that your hands could never accomplish. This doesn't mean you won't work. It means your work will carry supernatural efficiency. What used to take 10 years will take 10 weeks. What used to feel like hustle will now feel like flow. You're shifting from grind mode to grace mode. This is not laziness, it's lordship. You've surrendered, and now God is supplying. People will look at you and wonder how it happened so fast, how it exploded out of nowhere. But you'll know the truth. God did it. You showed up with obedience, and heaven showed up with overflow. Let the records reflect. You didn't chase the bag chased you. There's a payroll in heaven, and your name has just been moved to the top tier. God doesn't hire without paying. And because you've been faithful to the call, even when it hurt, He's not just about to pay you back. He's about to pay you forward. Supernatural surplus means you'll have more than enough, not just for your needs, but for your generosity. You'll fund missions. You'll pay off people's mortgages. You'll sow seeds into ministries, schools, and communities. You won't be waiting for help. You'll be the help. Every time you looked at a bill and felt anxiety, God saw it. Every time you gave when you barely had enough, He recorded it. And now He's sending overflow, not just to cover what's due, but to create new destiny options. You are on the divine payroll. Direct deposit from heaven is live. Let's talk about the doors that didn't open, the people who didn't call back, the opportunities that slipped through your fingers, the no's that crushed you. You wondered, what's wrong with me? But now, you're about to understand. Those no's weren't rejections. They were redirections. God wasn't closing doors to punish you. He was positioning you. Every time you were blocked, delayed, or denied, it was actually God saying, "Not this, I've got better." He saw the rooms you were begging to enter, and He knew they were too small for your destiny. He saw what you couldn't see: fake friends, deceptive contracts, dead-end deals. So instead of letting you settle, He said, "Wait." And that wait was not wasted. It was strategic. Now get ready for the yes that will make you forget every no. The divine yes that will slam open every door the enemy tried to seal shut. You're about to walk into rooms that were tailor-made for you. Offers that make no earthly sense are coming your way. The deals, the invites, the wealth, they're not coming because of who you know. They're coming because God said yes. There was a time when struggle felt normal, when hardship was your everyday, when survival became your only strategy. But let me be clear, that contract is void. Heaven has torn it up. You no longer live under the agreement of struggle. You are now under a covenant of abundance. Your identity is not in pain. It's in promise. You are not cursed, you are covered. The enemy wrote lies in your past, but God has revised your entire story. What used to define you, lack, chaos, despair, is being edited out by the blood of Jesus. A new agreement is on your life now. Wealth, favor, peace, and progress. This is not just a motivational phrase, it's a prophetic declaration. The cycles are breaking. The ceiling is shattering. The warfare is weakening. And in its place comes clarity, confidence, and cash flow. God didn't create you to fight forever. He's called you to flourish. So step out of the struggle. You're in a new contract.
And God is preparing to display your success as a prophetic sign. Your wins will speak louder than your words ever could. Get ready to be a walking testimony, a moving miracle. The same people who said, "You'll never make it," will have to admit, "Surely the Lord is with them." You are going from overlooked to undeniable, from dismissed to distinguished, and your rise will be public because your pain was public. God is about to put your victory on display. Let's make something clear. You're not just chasing wealth. You are being transformed by it. God is turning you into a kingdom millionaire. That means your money has a mission, your overflow has an assignment, and your success will be holy, strategic, and generational. This isn't about ego or excess, it's about influence. God is raising you up to fund visions, to break cycles, to empower others, to build empires that glorify Him. You won't just wear wealth, you'll wield it. You'll write checks that change lives, you'll fund causes that shake nations, and you'll never apologize for it, because it's not pride, it's purpose, so accept it. Don't shrink. Don't deny what God is doing. Walk in it. Own it. Speak like a millionaire. Move like a steward of heaven's economy. Think with strategy. Pray with power. Spend with purpose. You are not becoming rich just for comfort. You are becoming rich for kingdom transformation. It's already happening. Step into it. You've lived long enough watching others testify while wondering when your turn would come. You've clapped for them, prayed for them, sowed for them. Now God says, it's your time. The atmosphere is shifting, and you're stepping into a season where miracles won't be rare, they'll be regular. What once felt impossible will start to feel expected.